Hello. Sorry about that. The video decided that it was going to run out of storage space, so I had to delete a million things on my phone. Right, so if in case you missed it, all I was doing before until the video ran out was undoing this and this. It's just two Allen keys either side of the steering rack. So you undo those, and then that allows you to remove the half shafts, which come out entirely with the wheel. So that's one side. Pop that down over there, and then the other side just slides out exactly the same. Remove that, pop that down there. Okay, so that's the assembly now out, and the diff is ready to be removed. So the diff, as you can see, is in here, and that just pops out of there. So once you've removed the diff, it's best to give it a little bit of a clean because it's always covered in loads of grease, which is nasty stuff. So give that a little bit of a wipe. Okay, so this is the diff assembly. You've got a bearing on this side and a bearing on this side. Remove those bearings. There's one. The other side. Remove that. There's two tiny little washers that come off with it as well. You can just about see those there. Make sure that they come off as well. It's very important that when you put it back together, you get the right side on the right side. So the side with the washers came off the plastic side, so you have to remember that. So the next step, undo these four Allen keys here. So if I pause the video now. Okay, so I've removed those four Allen keys. The diff assembly is now ready to come apart. So pop it apart, and then inside the diff assembly, this piece you can just pop down on the side. Inside the diff assembly here, you've got the planetary gears, and these have to all come out. So you take the top one out, and then inside here is loads of grease and another set of planetary gears. Pop those down on the bench. Don't need those. Finally, the last one comes out, and now the diff is completely empty. Now there's a little, you can just about see it on camera, a little red O-ring in the bottom of there. You have to make sure that that O-ring stays in there. Okie dokie, so now we're ready to fit the diff lock, there we go. Ready to fit that now. Get out of the packet. This is the diff lock, and all it does is totally replace all those planetary gears into a solid state. You can't get it wrong putting it in. It's very easy. These little lugs on the top of it there, and they fit directly into the diff. So it slots in just like that. So once you've slotted the locked diff in, I would recommend just to add a little bit of grease just to make sure that any that you've removed from in there is still in the assembly. Place the large gear back on top, and then obviously you have to do these screws back up. So if we can pause the video. Okie dokie, so we've put the diff lock back inside the diff assembly, and now you just put those Allen keys back in and do them up nice and tight. So there's one. There's two. Three. And four. Okie dokie. So that's that done. So the diff is now locked. And all it is now is a reversal of the disassembly. So you pop the bearings back on. Make sure you get them on the right way. So the ones with the little metal shims like that go on the plastic side. So pop those on. So that's now ready to go back inside the diff housing. A little bit of grease again. So pop some in here. There we go. And slot the diff back in. So that's now back in there, ready to go. And all we do is a complete reversal of how we disassembled it. So you get your half shafts, you slide them in. There's a little flattened edge on each side of the half shaft, so it can only go in one way. So don't try and force it. You'll get it in, and then you'll feel, if you gradually rotate the wheel, you'll feel when it slots in. Once you've done that, slot both sides in, then you can reattach the diff cover, which is this here, slots back over there, reassemble your steering arm, and you're good to go. It's as simple as that. And then you will have permanent full-time four-wheel drive, and you'll be pretty much unstoppable on any surface. So I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. Any comments, please feel free to comment, and I'll answer any questions as best as I can. Thank you very much. Bye.